now it's time for today's Casa Calendar Update, where we let you know what's going on, and today we are getting details on the Century of Service Gala. The Red Cross has been here in New Mexico 100 years, and they're having a huge fundraiser to celebrate. You guys mark your calendars for May 21st at Hotel Albuquerque from 6 to 9 p.m. And joining us now is a familiar face, Beverly Allen from the Red Cross. Thanks so much for coming in. It's lovely to have you back.
Thank you.
Thank you for my pin.
Here.
We
You're
have
very
matching
welcome.
pins.
That's the
now.
commemorative lapel pin.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So 100 years. That's a long time. So tell us a little bit about the history of the Red Cross here in New Mexico.
The American Red Cross started in New Mexico when Red Cross nurses, because in the beginning of the Red Cross, they were all nurses, came in 1916 during the Spanish flu epidemic.
Okay.
And so Red Cross nurses were brought in to help nurse the people during the epidemic, and we've been here ever since.
Okay.
And pictures of that are at the State Library archives. You can go in and look at them. So we've been providing services ever since.
And now it's not just nurses.
No, absolutely. We do have nurses. We even have doctors that volunteer.
Okay.
But, you know, the backbone and the heart of the Red Cross is the volunteer. And we have volunteers from all walks of life.
Yeah, you do so much for the community, and you know, this is kind of the community's chance to give back. So let's talk about this gala. It sounds like it's going to be a blast.
It is. It is going to be a lot of fun. As you said, it's at Hotel Albuquerque.
Okay.
Part of our entertainment is Mariachi Buenaventura, if I said that right, and that's the all-woman mariachi band.
Cool.
And then we also have the Albuquerque Jazz Orchestra.
Okay.
We're going to have the historical displays. You did a bit a few years
I did. I
ago
remember that. That was so
on our
much fun.
archive of all the uniforms through the World Wars.
It is incredible.
There's going that Albuquerque paper talked about the ambulance from World War II.
Yeah.
We're hoping to have that on display.
Okay.
And it's just going to be a fun evening, kind of because of the jazz orchestra, kind of a 1920s thing. People can dress up in costume if they want from the 1920s.
Cool.
So it's going to be a great evening.
Now you guys also have an auction.
We have
so
a
what
silent
will the
auction.
Off? Okay.
There are a lot of things in the auction. We have artwork. We're working on getting a trip.
Okay.
Lots of Southwestern items,
Cool.
candy, meals, things like that.
Okay,
So
great.
that's an additional fundraiser for us, is the silent auction.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So another part, one of my favorite parts of ever going out is the food. So there will also be food there,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. It's a dinner.
Oh, it is a dinner. So
it
you
is
get to sit
a
down,
dinner.
You get to hang out.
Yeah.
You talked entertainment. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the Red Cross. If somebody's not familiar with what you all do, you know, we talked about the history, but what is it that you do now, currently?
Well, the Red Cross is probably best known for our disaster response. Red Cross volunteers respond to national disasters. We've had New Mexico people go to Katrina, Superstorm Sandy, Hurricane Ike. We respond there, but one other thing we do is we respond almost every day to a house fire in New Mexico.
Really? Okay.
We will go and assist fire departments when a family is displaced.
Okay.
We will provide them with emergency shelter, vouchers for food, replacement baby items if they need it, replacement medications.
Okay.
And that is something we do almost every day somewhere in New Mexico.
Incredible. Now, you said mostly it's volunteers. So if somebody could I become a volunteer?
You certainly could.
How do you become a volunteer?
You can sign up online
Okay.
at redcross.org. There are areas where you can sign up. We do the training for you, teach you how to be a disaster volunteer.
Great, okay.
You can also be a volunteer first aid instructor.
Okay.
Most of the first aid classes now you can take online.
So if you kind of have a knowledge, something that you are already into, you can kind of help out, volunteer what you already know, your gifts that you already have.
Right.
Now, if somebody cannot make the gala, but they would like to give a monetary donation, is that possible?
Absolutely.
And how do they do that?
What you can do is, if you can't attend but you want to buy a ticket, you could buy one for a first responder, sponsor a firefighter or a police officer. And right now, if you purchase now before the date and purchase online, tickets are very, very much discounted.
Okay.
There'll be more at the door. And you can get the tickets by going to redcross.org/New Mexico/ go to events.
Okay.
And it's right there.
So give us one last time the dates of the event.
May 21st at
Okay.
Hotel Albuquerque.
It's going to be
6
so much
to
fun.
9.
Such,
It is going to be a lot of fun.
Such a good cause, too. All right, guys. Well, if you want a link to where you can get tickets, we will have it on our website. Just head over to casa.com.